What's going on, Cancer? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you a really quick reading. This is going to be about Uranus going into retrograde. Now, we've been in the pre-shadow stages of the planet Uranus going into retrograde since August 5th. Uranus officially goes into retrograde on August 19th, and it will be in retrograde until January 18th, 2022. And then, of course, you have a post-shadow period, which is 2 weeks after that, where those energies can linger. Uranus has been in Taurus. It's been over a year, for sure. It's been in Taurus for a while now, and now it's going retrograde. So when Uranus goes retrograde, what happens is there are external factors that happen to you, external meaning outside of you, and as a result of those things happening outside of you, what goes on within you is some type of change. Uranus is the planet of surprise. It's the planet of rebellion. It's the planet of anarchy. It's the planet of the renegade. So you may want to look to see where Uranus is in your natal chart, because that's the area where surprises may come up. That's the area of your chart where, you may feel rebellious, because the 12 houses of the chart they represent each area of your life. So there's a particular area of your life based on where Uranus is, where it will talk about that rebellious energy in you, that renegade energy in you, that energy in you that doesn't like authority or like being told what the hell to do. That energy in you that, where you get positive surprises or you get negative surprises. It just depends on what Uranus is thinking about. With Uranus and Taurus is fixed earth. So some of the examples of what we see as far as Uranus and Taurus are like all these tropical storms that are going on. In the Caribbean, there were floods in I believe it was in Europe and Germany. Turkey's dealing with wildfires, as well as I believe California is. I don't know if they're still dealing with them, but just to give you an example of fixed earth is like buildings, trees, things that have been here before we have, and things that'll probably be here after we leave. That's fixed earth energy. So, Uranus can come through in the form of Mother Nature and shake shit up, okay? So you see that a lot of times in nature, Another example of Uranus in Taurus that we experienced, I experienced back in January. I was staying at this extended stay, and I was staying on the first floor. And it was the dead of winter, because I was in... where was I in? I was in upstate New York at the time. And I'm chilling, sitting there watching TV. I was in the room, just chilling. And all of a sudden, the alarm goes off. And it's a crazy alarm. It's so loud and so disturbing, like it'll rattle your spirit. Like if you have any post-traumatic stress disorder, that shit will set it off. Because it's, the intent is to wake you up if you sleep. But what happened was a water main pipe broke. So I'm just sitting there chilling, watching. I hear the alarm go off, so I get up, start putting my clothes on, getting ready to get my stuff, because I'm just thinking it's a routine alarm. You never know, but you still need to get up anyway and make sure. So I was getting up, putting my clothes on. All of a sudden, all this water starts flowing in from underneath the door into my room. Just starts flowing in. I'm like, oh my God, thank God I got a Mars and Aquarius. So I immediately just grabbed all my suitcases and my shoes, and I put them up on top of the bed. And so what I did was I grabbed my laptop, I grabbed my cards, I had my ID, I put my boots on, my jacket on, and I bounced. Everything else, I'm like, you know what? I could replace all that. I need my computer, I need my phone, I need my cards, and I need my winter boots, because it's January up in upstate New York. And so we had to go outside. And we were outside for a good half hour. It was cold as hell. We were outside for a whole... But that's an example of Uranus in Taurus. Fixed earth. Surprise, water main break. Boom. And now everything is flooding, and you got like 3 seconds to get out, because they coming and banging on your door. You got to evacuate the hotel. You got to leave. Yeah, it was crazy. But just an example of like the surprise element of Uranus is what I wanted to give you with that example. Now, Uranus is in retrograde in your 11th house, okay? That's where Uranus rules. It rules the 11th house. So that is the house of your social life, your friends. That's the house of, humanitarian efforts, when people get together to do things for humanity or humanitarian causes. It's the house of long-term stability, long-term growth, long-term plans. as far as relationships, long-term money, where, the opposite energy of that is the fifth house. That's short-term money, like when you hit the lotto, or you get money real quick. The 11th house is the house of long-term relationships, long-term connections, where the opposite energy of the fifth house is for love affairs, one-night stands, things like that. The 11th house also deals with forward movement. Uranus deals with forward movement, deals with technology, those types of things. So an example of what could be going on with Uranus in retrograde is, like I said, it's external factors, things that happen to you externally, and externally meaning things of the 11th house. 11th house energies. Like I said, your social life, your friends, maybe doing something for humanitarian effort, long-term growth, long-term success, forward movement, dreams, technology, things like that. So say, for example, you've been friends with somebody for a period of time, right? And this person that you've been friends with, they like bog you down. They trying to, say you're in a relationship with someone, and you may not want to be in a serious committed where you don't want to be married to this person, right? But this person may want marriage, and you're like, I don't want marriage, but I like chilling with you and things like that. And so maybe, after a while, you really like this person, but you just don't want marriage, right? You really, really like this person. You like hanging out with them. You guys have a good time together. You have a good rapport, but you just want your freedom, right? So you like, I don't want to commit. So say something happens, you and this person, you go your separate ways, right? And now what you could be experiencing is, because this person, the external factors are this person went their separate ways. And so as a result of them going their separate ways, that's going to affect you internally. So internally you'll be like, damn, I miss this person. I wish they were still around. I wish I would have been able to give them that commitment that they wanted. Unfortunately, they're not here no more. Maybe this person passed away, or they left your life in some way, shape, or form where they're not coming back. And so as a result, you could be in the energy of like, damn, I miss this person. It could be the opposite too. You could have been with someone and you're married to this person, and, all is okay or whatever. And you're like, okay, I married this person. I gave up my freedom to marry this person, because Uranus deals with freedom. Just like in the other example I gave you, that person wanted to keep their freedom. They didn't want to be in a relationship. They wanted to be free to do what they wanted, but they really liked this person. But say you're married, and, you're trying to make this relationship work. Your person may want to leave, and you don't want them to leave, and you're trying to do everything to keep them around, to keep them to stay, or this person's trying to do everything to keep you to stay. And, you really want out of this relationship because you want freedom. And so you finally get out. You finally get away from this person. You finally get divorced. You get separated. Boom, I'm done. Yes, freedom. I'm free. I'm single. Boom, boom, boom. And then now when Uranus is in retrograde, you may be looking like, damn, I fucked up my marriage. I want my wife back, or I want my husband back. Or that person could be like thinking, they ghosted you and left you. They were doing dirt. They didn't want to be with you anymore, and now they're in regret. So now here they coming back, knocking on your door, and you're like, wait a minute, since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time, on some Kelly Clarkson shit. I'm good. Thanks to you, I get what I want since you've been gone. Bye. So it could be energies like that. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but just the energies of the 11th house you may want to look up and find out a little bit more about, and then you'll understand based on those energies how it may affect you. But I just wanted to give you a general example using 11th house energies of Uranus. But whatever, there's an external change that goes on. And as a result of that external change, it makes you look at things differently. It may make you look at things in a sense where it's like, damn, I wish I would have did when I didn't. Or damn, why did I do that? I shouldn't have did that. And it's for all of us in some way, shape, or form. All right, so let's just see what the universe has to say for you. We'll pull one card here. Like I said, this is going to be a real short reading. It's just to give you some general understanding of the Uranus and retrograde energies and where it is right now and how it may affect you. What does Cancer need to do? Okay. Which one's going to fall out? All right. We're going to take the one at the bottom. It says, let spirit be your guide. So listening to your intuition about something. So for some of y'all, you knew you should have listened to your intuition about a situation. So the scenarios I gave, where, One person was like, okay, I'm with this person, I like them, they're cool, we have a good time, but I don't want no serious commitment. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't want to be in a commitment, but yet you don't tell this person. But you like this person. If you were going to settle down, you would definitely consider this person. They would be considered as the top, you know what I'm saying? But you don't tell this person, you don't express that to them, and they get tired of waiting for you and then they bounce. Or you get tired of waiting for this person. It could be vice versa. You get tired of waiting for this person to give you the commitment, and then they, you bounce, or they bounce. And so now with Uranus in retrograde, you're on it like, yo, okay, I'm glad I didn't, I may have wanted a relationship with that person, but after all, I'm glad it didn't work out that way because I'm enjoying my freedom. I'm enjoying my singleness. Or they could be saying that now, and then you could be the one who's in regret. So the thing is that you need to listen to your intuition, so that you don't be in situations where you're in regret of losing friends or people that you really care about who may want long-term committed connections with you, or who may want to be a long-term friend. And it could just be on a friendship level too. Maybe you're friends with somebody that you can't trust them. They've shown you that numerous times, but yet you still allow this person to be your friend. You still allow them in your circle. You still allow them in your house. And you're like, yo, I'm going to cut this person off. I don't like their energy. But you still deal with them because all your other friends deal with them. Right? And then it gets to the point where something happens and you know that if you would have cut this person off, you wouldn't even be involved in this. Your freedom could be in jeopardy. This person could be, say they are somebody who does illegal shit. Right? And you're like, yo, I'm not dealing with this guy anymore. He's running around carrying guns, being all crazy. I'm not dealing with him anymore. And then you see him, you're driving down the street and you see him and he sees you and he waves you down. He's like, yo, can you give me a ride to such and such? And you're like, I said I wasn't dealing with this dude no more. I'm going to give him this ride, and I'm not dealing with him no more. I'm not calling him. You give him a ride, you ride down the street, next thing you know, y'all getting pulled over. And now the cops want to, they run your ID, and they found out this guy got a warrant, so now they want to search your car, or like whatever, and it's just a hassle because you should have cut this person off and you didn't. And here you are, Uranus in retrograde, you're like, why not cut this person off? I knew they wasn't nothing. I knew they was involved in some negative stuff. Why let them in my car? Or why let them in my house? Or, things like that. So you listen to your intuition and let spirit be your guide. And 2 plus 3 is 5. The number 5 major arcana is the emperor, and that's being in control. See, when you listen to your intuition, you're able to take control of the situation and take leadership and navigate in the manner in which you should that would keep you safe or keep your relationships intact. So we're going to pull an E card and we're going to wrap this up. I just want to give you some examples. It doesn't have to be something that's exactly going on with you, but just an example because of the energies of that house where Uranus is in. So it's external factors happening that make you look at why you may have changed your mind about something. Something that had to do with you being free of somebody or something, or having freedom. All right, what do we got here for Cancer? One card, please. Thank you. So we have, it says over your shoulders. Number 10. Let's see what that's about. Over your shoulders. It says those reoccurring patterns in your life, throw them overboard. Whoever said those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it was full of bunk. You only repeat patterns when you continue to stare at them. You get hypnotized and then act out on them. Take one last look, if you must, and then say sayonara for good. Didn't I just give you an example about that? Take one last look, or, deal with this person this one last time, and then say bye. You know what I'm saying? Let them go. For some of you, like I said, it could be a situation where you're in a relationship with someone, and you need to let this relationship go, but you keep dealing with them anyway. And then you still messing around with this person. You really don't want to be with them. But, you may got a kid by them, so y'all still dealing with each other. And instead of you saying, no, I don't want to have sex, you have sex because it's convenient, because this person's throwing themselves at you all the time, or it's just there. Y'all have good physical chemistry, but nothing good is going to come of it. And you need to leave this person alone, and you're still dealing with them. Well, what happens is you may be dealing with them one too many times after knowing you should cut them off. And what happens? They get pregnant. Boom. Or you get pregnant. Boom. Like, damn, I knew I should have just stopped. Now you attached for sure. Okay, so now your freedom is in jeopardy of being free from this person and this energy that you don't want to be in now because this person pregnant, or now because you pregnant. It works like that. Surprise. So, again, just an example. All right. So, oh, that's the alarm. So for some of y'all, that might have happened. Pregnancy. All right. So yeah, keep that in mind, you guys. So that, again, just some general energy, just some general examples of what you could be experiencing with the 11th house energies and Uranus in retrograde. So if you need a personal reading, feel free to reach out. My information's in the box below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in your next reading.